China's foreign minister says the United States needs to steer back to a rational policy, accusing it of arrogance and prejudice. Wang Yi met with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman in the Chinese city of Tianjin on Monday. He said China firmly opposes the U.S. continuing the policies of the previous Trump administration and specified three bottom lines. He said Washington should never challenge, slander, or try to overturn the Chinese system. Second, he demanded the U.S. not obstruct China's development. And finally, that the U.S. should not violate China's sovereignty or territorial integrity. Sherman is the highest-ranking American official to visit China since U.S. President Joe Biden took office, and says the two countries should rise above their differences to work on global issues such as climate change and the pandemic. She insists the U.S. does not want to contain China's development. So for more on this meeting, let's bring in Liu Xiang, an expert on U.S. issues at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. It's good to have you with us on the show. So Sherman faced strong words from Chinese officials. How do you assess the outcome of the meeting? Did things improve, get worse, or stay about the same?
Oh, good. Good question. Actually, the Trump administration launched a trade war on China, and then in the last few months, Trump administration also launched a political warfare on China, challenging the political system of China. And now, during the meeting between Wang Yi and Deputy Secretary Sherman, Minister Wang Yi stipulated the very bottom line about China. It's about China's political system, it's about its development, and it's about sovereignty. But in the tense situation, in the fires exchanges, we also see that two sides are constrained, and this kind of constraint means that both sides would like to leave some room for further communications. So on my side, I look to some further communications in the coming months.
So do you think that is likely, considering how big of a difference there is between the two sides? Tensions clearly at a low here. Do you think that there will be more meetings in the months ahead?
Definitely, I believe that the two largest powers of the world, for these two large powers, it's disastrous if they don't have communications. I expect more meetings between these two countries. Will to be held, especially between the commercial and the military officials of the two countries. Especially in the field of commerce, I think the trade war launched by Mr. Trump is still ongoing. It's still ongoing, and this trade war is still hurting the American economy and American consumers. So the trade team of two sides will have to talk about that, how to build a better environment for the businesses of two sides.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting this kind of meetings in the coming months.
Indeed, trade is one of many issues the two sides here have been talking about and negotiating. So, this visit also comes as the U.S. tries to make a diplomatic push into Asia. So how do you think this meeting and tensions, frankly, between China and the U.S. are affecting other countries around the world and in the region?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. The current U.S. administration is pursuing a strategy called engaging from a position of strength. So as far as I know, the internal evaluation of the U.S. government is that the U.S. alone now doesn't have enough strength. So you see the diplomatic team of the U.S. is go around the world. First of all, they need to borrow some time from the future. And secondly, they need to borrow some strength from other allies and partners so that they could accumulate more strength in dealing with China. But to be frank, I think they are wasting time.
All right, Liu Xiong with the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, thank you for your time.